Hello everybody and welcome back to Anno 1800. My name is TStrat, and when we last left off, we were in the process of exploring the new regions of the world, while also getting to the next tier of our technology train. And that begins with all of this production going off. That was awesome. But more importantly, with this power plant right here. Now, uh, this section here, these three oil wells, can perfectly supply one power plant. That's great. However, we have a bit of an issue, and also I need to actually connect this up, I believe, so that you can see it actually once I connected it. All of these power poles came in, and that kind of tells us how far this will reach. So if I put this in, we got power poles going throughout the entirety of this area, which is great because eventually we do need electricity for the engineers. That's awesome. However, where it doesn't get to is actually these productions down here. And if we do have electricity, we can overcharge the production of all of these things. So, for example, iron. Iron will go up to 2 times, so I'll be getting twice as much iron, which means if my furnaces operating at twice the efficiency will also produce twice as much iron ingots, or steel, or whatever this is. And then the steelworks will also gain double productivity. So basically, if we put one of these power plants in a location to which they will get all the power that they can, and you can see it doesn't quite get there right now, then essentially we just double our output of all of that, which would be really something else. The other thing is that in order to progress our chain of production here, we have the next tier of things. So we have spectacles, spectacle factories specifically, which are also improved by electricity. We also have brass smelteries. So I want to start doing that as well with these copper deposits and the zinc deposits that are on this island. I can start getting those just going into a warehouse. So I think what I want to do is start that right now. All I'm going to do is just connect it up. And that way we can just make sure that we get started just grabbing them. Right? Just grabbing that resource for now. But we also want to make sure we can start producing things like brass. Now brass improved by electricity. So one glass maker and one brass smelter, or sorry, I got that wrong. One glass maker can support up to 2 brass smelteries. But if the brass smeltery is improved by electricity and the glassmaker is not, which is likely because glassmakers are over here and I might put the smeltery here or around here, then I can have this running at double productivity, this running at 1 productivity, and it'll actually support that, and that'll be good. Additionally, this is the, for every one of these, there's one, and then there's 1 minute 30 seconds to produce the spectacles. So in order to do this ratio right, I think it's 3 of these to 2 of these. Again, if we set that ratio up and then double everything, we'll be getting a ton of spectacles, and we don't necessarily need that, and we also don't necessarily have that available, right? So these can basically support 1 copper, 1 zinc without electricity, can support 2 smelteries, or 1 smeltery with electricity. So I think what I want to do is just have one of these in the zone with electricity. And I'm thinking that of all the places that I want to do this, I think it makes sense to put it around the steelworks, because there's a lot of other things down the chain, such as steam motors, that also require furnaces and brass smeltery to be going off, right? And I want to get this in the chain as well. So I'm thinking But our setup over here, we were saying like we could have this awesome ratio with all of these working out. But I'm really not needing, for instance, these weapon factories that much. I'm not using any of these. That was a trade union, by the way, and I haven't doubled up on this. I'm actually paused on production for the steelworks because I'm actually low on workforce. So instead, I'm thinking we add maybe a smeltery in here, something around like right in this corner. Add the smeltery. We could add a power station that is maybe something like right in here, and turn it so that the exit comes out. And we could change this to, for instance, one of these walls. So let me do that as well. So let's take that off. We can, I think it's in the workers. Put in, oh, I think I actually need 2 spaces for it here. So let's take these 2 out. Boom, like that. And then we could have a road. Or actually, this would be a rail line going through, and the road would come this way. Like so. Awesome. So that'll be our double brass. Now the things that need the brass, right? We needed one of them, at least one of them, for this, right? So if it's not 1-to-1, it's 1-to-130, which isn't the worst ratio. That's fine. But I think I want to have the steam motor as well. So let's see how far this reaches. It's just short of these 2 spots. Now, that would normally be bad, I think, right? Because you'd want it to reach as far as it can. However, if we're doubling the brass smeltery, but we're not adding more than 1, and these both require roughly 1 of them, roughly, then I think we might be able to get away with 1 and 1 right here, if it would fit. I didn't realize how big these motor assemblies are. Look at how huge this is. Wow. It's like, it's a little wider than the steelworks, so it doesn't quite fit in here. Might have to move some stuff around. How about the spectacles? Spectacles are pretty small. Still a little large, though. I like this so far. I really want to get these motor assembly first because I want to be able to start steamships, which we can actually build right now. Steamships require those motors in order to build them, and they have cool things in there like cargo ships, battle cruisers, monitors, which are kind of like the upgraded gunboats essentially, and then oil tankers, which is going to be huge for transferring oil. Right now we only have this little thing over here. We want to start pumping oil as best we can, and that comes from the New World mostly. So I think what I'm going to do is let's take this wall out for now. Just tear that down. Really? Didn't tear it down? Come on. There you go. And let's see, does this... We could fit this in sideways, maybe. We could also move this. Like, I put this here to deal with some, that situation with the, outbreak. So if I move this here, that's probably a better, yeah, it's about the same. So let's just make sure it's facing outward, and we'll put the steel where the motor assembly line, maybe just kind of like right on the end here, and then we'll fit in the spectacles right here. And let's add another warehouse because this is it is taking a little bit, like this is a lot to go into basically one warehouse. I closed this one off, so definitely want to make sure we can go to the appropriate thing. All right, let's build these up here. So we got this one, this one, this one, and it looks like I'm not using more workforce, which is good. I'm using the engineers to fill all these
Direct
things.
current
Oh, does
now.
this actually require power? Ah. Yeah, it requires electricity. So this one actually does need to be closer. That's unfortunate. We're going to be short on brass then for a little while. I'm just going to put this... I mean, maybe I can switch it with these things. So let me just move this temporarily. Stick that in right there and move these down. Like that.
Welcome to the manufactory.
All right. And then just to connect this all up, we can just add a line coming out here. Just straight out to this line. So this should start getting, the rail line should start going into here. I'm also going to actually, I think I'm going to actually cut this up in here as well, maybe? Or, I don't want to do this.
Look sharp, the governor's here.
Make that a little less efficient just to get this line here to this rail line. The reason I'm doing that to double it up is because sometimes it'll come out of here and sometimes it'll come from here. So you can see here it's saying track occupied right now. And that's because this is like using this track line to send stuff, I think. Where's the train? Here's a train coming out. So it can't send the other trains out because it'll run into this one. So that's why if you have multiple track lines, like if this is going like this, for example, up this way, then another rail line can go down below. Something like that. We don't have a lot of room here. Oh, another propaganda quest.
It's the ultimate blessing I can bestow.
All right. What do you? So we have to produce some of his propaganda. He's got some good stuff. I mean, he's got productivity increase with an illness chance. He's got the riots reduction with income reduction, and the workforce with need consumption. We don't need any of these right now, so I think just the productivity, and then we can deal with the.
Of course,
we can deal with the illness with our other things. Maybe something like that. Oh gosh, you can really crank this up. We have a decent amount of influence, but I don't want to overdo it. It doesn't even cost any influence to put these out here too. That's crazy. Right,
Anarchy spreads by way of your pamphlets.
Excellent. Is this getting power yet?
Oh, the people love those.
Where are you going?
Indispensable.
There you go. All right, let's see it. We'll have our little train.
It's all coming together now.
Brilliant. All right, once that starts dropping off the oil, this will start kicking off. Bam. Oh yeah, see here. So this track's occupied.
People celebrate your leadership.
So this can't send the train that was in there out, I think, until this is out of the way. So now that it's out of the way, are you going to send a train? Is that how that works? I need to really study up and learn that because I am not sure. We definitely started hitting a lower balance. I think dishwater's down a bit, and I think it's because I want to say maintenance costs. I don't think our population's been pretty steady. We haven't dipped in there, so it's not our income from people. I think it's just the maintenance of all these buildings that I built, like these ones.
The formula is incomplete.
Like this is a lot. to keep upkeep for the motorworks, but we really need it. It's gonna start producing them for us. The glassmakers, I mean, they need it. Like, they need it for here. But it's definitely less important to me right now than just producing this. How are we doing on our steel production, by the way? So we are, let's see, in Ditchwater. We are producing 18 steel, and we're only using 14. And that includes the buildings we just built. So we're doing pretty well off with those things. So you can see all the different... We kind of spiked and bit and stuff as things were going on and off. There goes the train again. So hopefully that will be alright. I might have to do some serious like moving things around as we get further and further into this, because I've noticed that like it's getting cramped, especially in this corridor right here, because all of my rail lines are going through right here on this one line. And it's a pretty long line. That might not be the best. The other thing I was thinking about is, you know, we have a lot of farming houses. Like, there are a ton of farmers here. And we obviously don't need all of them. Right? I have a surplus of about 300, which is essentially like 30 of these
Sweet
buildings,
as a spring
right?
meadow.
It's quite a bit. I mean, I could probably delete like this whole district and be fine. The other thing is that while this area is kind of nice and built up,
How do?
I also have the ability to create a tractor barn once I get those motors coming in. Now, a tractor barn increases the cultivation area of
Spare a thought for us?
one of the grain areas, but productivity by 3 times, which means less workers and less overall farms. What is this? Carpentry works? I mean, I'm probably not going to use this item, but I always like to do this just because.
Help yourself, Gav.
Thank you.
Don't give me that twisted smile.
Yeah. He's fine. We're happy. So I think that will be like the next thing. So like what I could do is this oil right here. This oil well right here. You see I already like pre-built this oil refinery. For the tractors, we need fuel. And fuel, notice it says 15, right? 15 seconds. The amount of time, the amount of oil it actually takes is 1 of these oil wells. Exactly 1. So this power requires exactly 3. And the fuel station requires exactly 1. Now, the tractors, when we get those in place, there's something, I looked it up, and there's like, you can get like 20 tractors powered with 1 fuel station. So what I'm basically saying is, if I can get this up and running as well, with just 1 of these, I can basically redo all of these farms, including these ones as well.
Nothing remotely strange about a
and
person
just
such as myself.
triple productivity on
pushing
all these
back
things.
the boundaries of what we presume to know. There is nothing else I can imagine wanting.
An example would be like 4 schnapps, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 schnapps right now, right? So it's a lot of coverage right there. And we might increase the size of it by like 50%, but we'll be reducing the total number by like 4 farms, because we only need, at 3 times productivity, we only need 2 of these schnapp farms, even if they're a bit bigger, to cover the whole thing. And so there's going to be a lot of reworking that I'm going to do here in a little bit, I think. And I might do that in some sort of time lapse or off camera. We'll see. Right now I'm not building this because it's 100 workers and I have 93. Although I guess I could like, is there anyone in here? Yeah, there's some in here that I need to upgrade, right? So just make sure I don't accidentally make artisans instead of workers. Okay. Yeah, so that's just replacing the workforce that we were building up before. So I mean, I could just kick this off right now and hook up the rail line. So this doesn't even need to be. I mean, we could really like crunch this up. So maybe like here instead. And I can just turn this. Yeah, something like that. There. So now we have enough oil. We're overproducing oil, which is good. Now, I do have this lower balance. And the only real way to offset that at this point is going to be reducing, like either reducing workforce to the point where the royal taxes aren't hurting me, because you can see I'm at like minus 2,800 with that. But realistically, the issue here is my maintenance cost is 22,000, right? And it's all these things. Like 2,000 of this, right? This is almost 2,000 just on this building alone. Also, look at that productivity. Ooh, nice. You know, this building 1,000 on that. So
It's only a half
ooh,
life.
we are getting this though. That's helping. So there's only two ways to reduce it, and it's to increase your population and get paid more, or to reduce the total number of buildings that are producing things. Which then you have less production, and then you have issues with shortages and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to balance these two things. The other way we could offset that is kind of say, don't care about any of those and start doing trades. One of the trades I
I do
mentioned
need to simplify my instructions for the workers.
is Archibald selling pocket watches and then selling that in Mbessa.
New orders,
So I
Admiral.
could on here buy, you know, a bunch of pocket watches, sail over to, is that a ship? No. Sail over to Mbessa and sell them all. That is an option.
I've somewhat
There's a
to put
quest
before
here.
a townsperson.
I'd kill to see a sheep, apparently.
I need help with me lowly troubles.
They're right here. Oh, an alpaca farm. You want to see an alpaca farm? All right. Well, we got one right here for you. So I could take a quick photo of a real alpaca. Let's get a good one here. How about right there? There you go.
I wish I'd a goose for your kindness.
And we got a chicken for it. Nice. All right. So that's just kind of running through my thoughts here. And again, like over here, for example, I'm running into this issue with like, look at this. I knew this was gonna come up because they're all trying to do it like basically at the same time. So like only three of these can go at once, and that kind of slows down this stuff. That's why I have
Halt the
this
conveyor!
off, for example, because the hops, like, it would be a good ratio, but because it's slowing down on the conveyor belts, it's actually not sustainable that way. So for here, again, like adding this tractor barn would mean I only need a third of the total number of these. Maybe the space would be, maybe it's the same, maybe it's a little less. It's hard to say because it does make them require more area, like cultivation area. But, you know, reducing this by a third, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that would mean I only need 4 buildings to do the same work. And then this issue right here, it's totally gone because I can do 3 at a time already. Possibly 4. I don't really know how that's, if I get a upgraded warehouse here. So little things like that, little optimizations here and there, and like all of these like farming towns are going to really benefit from those tractors. So like all of this stuff as well. See, I was smarter here and I actually had 2, but even 2 of them are kind of like, imagine if these are 3 over each on the waiting, and if I only had 1, that would be just like the other one would be completely full. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now, and just sort of getting ready for that step. And the first thing was obviously getting this in place.
No strings.
Oh, thank you. Beryl has been super active. She is at war with Silva. They are constantly
coward
going
man
at it.
is Annie's match,
And
see?
I think Silva is a little bit stronger in the old world, but I noticed over in Embessa, like this island right here, Meryl took over. I think, is it on here still? Yeah, Port Sly has been conquered. You had a couple messages about like this is just when I was like first logged in.
Competitors have agreed a peace deal.
Little ceasefires, but like buying shares. Barrel's overtaken an island. This one right here. Yeah, Port Sly. So she is like killing everybody. Now I was talking earlier about like do I explore
Ready
this
for a
area
challenge.
or what?
It isn't just me who
And like settle places. I don't know. Maybe I'd leave it alone and then try to like settle it later when I have to like conquer people out of their territories. That might be cool. Here's by the way where you sell the pocket watches. So I might just do some exploring though, just to kind of like get the islands mapped out. I started doing that a little bit in Trelawney. So let's see what we've uncovered so far. So there's an unsettled island here that's kind of small. There's one a little bit more west that's kind of neat. My ship's just sort of chilling right in here now. Barrel again at the bottom here. Having a beer festival. Building, looks like a little sausage area. Let's see. We want to check out what this island is.
Set sail.
Looks like it's settled. And like all of these are going to be like seemingly like settled all over. So let's see. Let's go
Let
here.
the sails fill.
We'll go here. Just kind of bobbing and weaving through the fog just to see what I can see.
On our way.
I'm setting up little marker points to see if I can just like do this while I'm not paying attention. All right. So all of that's good, and like getting that started with getting those motors ready to go. We can start building some steamships and stuff. However, the big goal is going to be to start getting these oil springs, and I have, let's see, I have 7 here, 11 and 12. So I think Curiosity and La Isla are going to be the 2 that I really pump oil out of. Now, for La Isla, this is going to be a little tricky because I think I might have basically blocked this area right here because this is the only like line I can make across, right? So unless I like pull this down and kind of make room like this way, I won't be able to go out here. Although I kind of do want to go this way because like these lines would be easy just to like come out to like right here, and then I could have this be like the depot for the oil. So I think first things first is I'm going to have to basically move this down like this, and that way I can kind of take like these aren't even built yet, right? Let's take off like that and that, and just kind of bring these like this. Oh, that one's built. Let's see. So that one's good. This one is 0. Did I block that one in? So this one isn't even... Oh no. Set this all up and I didn't even notice that that one's not even... connected up. Oh no. That changes things. I mean, well, that's super awkward. Do I leave it or fix all of it? Maybe I just redo this whole thing. That was certainly awkward. Alright, so let's do this. That. Make sure I get the rest of this guy here. Thinking like if I can get away with like this line here, that would be enough room. Hopefully. I don't know. It's gonna be close. Yeah, I don't think that's enough room. I can also go a little bit lower as well if I need to. Don't want to have to though. Let's do this one first, just to see like how far off we are on the 128. Because like, yeah, this one can get there with this. So the rest of it just has to kind of fill in here. How far off are we? 17. There. Okay. The little things of just trying to like fit. This isn't even
Trick
gonna.
is
I
to
just realized like
invest
all this effort
in the
is gonna
right
be
people.
completely null and void once I actually put in all the stuff I've been talking about with like the tractors and everything. But you know what? I want to make sure that like if I don't put tractors over here, that this still works the way I think it should. So let's see. Actually, I'm trying to think of like how I want this last piece to be. Okay. So if I had to have a rail line, what I'm thinking is like the rail line comes like this and then goes up this way. So something like because it can cross these roads, but it can't like replace them. So I'm thinking we go like this over and then across the gap here. How far is that? Oh, it's kind of hitting the end of this, huh? There we go. Like that. That seems to be alright. Alright, let's see. How many of these do we actually have? And that's a little hard to see. So I'm just going to clear out this space a little bit just so we can see it a little better. Alright, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, let's see, I can fit almost all of them. Can I fit all of them? Man, that's like it's like if this wasn't here, I could just do it, but it's slightly off. So I think we just kind of do that for now. I don't have the actual glass or the concrete to build these yet, so we'll have to figure that out. So this is the same deal where like I can get almost all of them in like 2, but not quite because of the positioning of this. So it would have to be something like 1. Oh, and even this is like just off, huh? It's being super difficult. It's just not quite. Yeah, I guess that has to be there. Honestly, I could just leave that one. Like, it's not a big deal if I miss one. So I could do... And I think you can also, like, line these up. So, for example, like this, where it comes out of here, I think you can just, like, go through them. So this is something like that. We'll just go into this one, and then this one can come, like, out of here and down this way. Something like that. We'll leave it for now.
Grass is greener on the other side.
Threatens fire. Folk who came over from Mercy's Island have opened their eyes. If we have the skill to fashion products from steel, then it is us who are entitled to that product, not you. Ooh. Probably
Our
want some steel,
patience
huh?
is running thin.
We actually, I think we have this. Do you?
Let's hear it then.
Yeah, we have that. So let's turn it in.
I'll take
There you
it.
go. Now calm down. I think if I do this for them a couple more times, it'll start to work. I have planned out a rail line going through the center here, as you can see. I think this will be good for like reaching this corner if we need it. But I don't think we'll be using it quite yet because I'm only using a little bit of oil here. Let us get... Oh, this requires power too, huh? So tricky. So tricky. I almost want to like... Because these can take electricity and stuff too. I kind of want to move, like eventually move this district like right here. And then I can just power this, like all these things.
What brings you
Fish
here,
don't
Master?
get powered, unfortunately. But this can get powered. This can get powered. Oh man, I can build one, but I can't. Missing electricity. That's rough. Oh, that's so rough. Like I have it, but I don't. And the big thing is gonna be these oil tankers. They're literally designed to carry oil. So do I just temporarily move?
Cover your ears.
It might also make me money as I'm going too. How many of these do I have? 34. Which I think is
An
enough.
explosion in one of your factories.
Hey! Don't do that. That cost me money.
Hold the machines.
I have to think about this one. Like, what's important here? Because I only have so much oil. I think I'm gonna hold off building are like moving it over here. So eventually I'm going to move it. I'm just going to move it and I think have this powered. But I only want to do that once I'm like ready to go and build a bunch of these oil tankers, right? Because I think like right now I can't at all. So what I want to do is actually build, let's get a clipper. So I don't think I have any extra just clippers lying around. I did also pick this item up. So ironworks and foundries, all ironworks and foundries, productivity 55 and attractiveness 60. I think that'll be really
Anyone for
beneficial.
croquet?
What we got? Movement speed. That's, do I have that on?
Stations!
What kind of attack range? Movement speed on a frigate's also not bad. Farmer residence income per house 20%. The thing is, workers don't actually make like that much.
Wish I had something
30.
to complain about.
So 20% increase on 30 is like 6, 7 coins, something like that. I don't think that's important.
loves you,
If
we
it
do.
was artisans, for example, artisans make
Life
114.
is like seawater that only deepens one's thirst.
How close are you to the... You're just off, aren't you? Oh, it just ends right there. This would be good to get like a town hall that gives them university or something like that, just to reach this last little bit. But yeah, like the income per house here, 5%, is a lot more than it would be for like this.
I struggle
Here
to
it would be
find
even more because they don't
recognition.
even have it increase yet. They don't have anything that's increasing them, and they're already above the artisans that have a
Competitors
5%.
have reached a trade agreement.
So we don't need that. I might just throw that on though. Like
The
this,
royal seal upon
this
it.
rig here. Scholar residences. We don't have scholars yet. That's later. Oh, that's cool. It's like the same item, but like this one affects. This one just affects residences and doesn't have downsides. I'm gonna. Can I put that on too? Yeah, let me trade that. Okay. All right.
Ready the ropes?
I renamed a few of my ships as well. So this used to be the Pharaoh, and I renamed it Excalibur.
Time the rigging.
I think I still have like Queen Finder. Oh, Queen Finder found some good stuff. I was watching Beryl take out one of our competitors there for Silva's ships, and he dropped some dynamites. That's cool.
Far be
goes on.
it from us to make the foreman work.
Delivery quests. All right.
I'm only a cog. It's you what pulls the levers.
Chocolate. I think I have some chocolate in dishwater. Don't
Spill
I?
the sauce.
Oh no, you have chocolate here? For real? Oh, you do. Where'd you get chocolate?
Cure. A promise kept.
Hey, all mines and quarries negative. What was that? Negative 100%. And what? Where do I have like? Where do I just have like 7 mines all next to each other and can get the most out of that? Like I know I have the 2 next to each other in ditchwater here. I also got a few up here, but they're kind of spaced out, right? Oh man, how about over here? We got there's a coal. I don't care about that. I might just put that on Clayland because like I don't think I can reach all of them. Because we were talking about like here's my trade union. These 2 I can get for free. That's such a good item though. What about Cape Trelawney? I haven't really looked around. So like wow, limestone. Yeah, something like here, right? Or you got like 3 or 4. Maybe go to trade union. Yeah, so trade unions don't cover that much. So something like here would be really good. for that item. That item is crazy cool. How are we doing?
Ship of the line reporting in.
There are no islands basically anymore. Here's something right here, maybe? Maybe.
Set sail.
Oh, there's a ship right there in the... Can't quite see it.
Steer us forth.
Oh, wait, we already been there. Let's go. There. Just kind of checking out some stuff.
I am under no obligation to explain the outrageously expensive.
All right. So while and I have some stuff on here in case there's an island that I really want to pick up, I can get it, but I might end up just having to take this guy here as a second island. Trelawney itself, not too crazy. Don't shoot me, please. He's not gonna shoot me, right? He's red, and I don't have him on my diplomacy screen, so I'm always worried. It is a ship of the line, but we'll see. Speaking of diplomacy, I'm actually doing pretty well. Luckily, I have 100% reputation with Beryl because she is crazy and attacking everybody. Mercier, I'm also doing really well with. He likes flattery so much, so it's just like
Absolutely.
every once in a while, I'll just come in and do that. Jean-La Fortune, we're doing pretty well with.
I don't know if I'm a good father, but she and Mama are safe. That's what's important.
There you go. Sometimes I do a gift because the gift amounts are actually
could that
quite low
possibly
for the
be?
pirates. It's kind of nice. Now, one thing about him is I think I have, yes, I can request trade rights with him, and I think I want to do this because I hear the pirate trading is actually pretty
Let's
awesome.
up the ante.
And come on, for only 9,000?
Well,
Of course,
why wouldn't
buddy.
you trade with us?
Hey, nice.
Oh, we can hold our own.
Oh, I don't want to do.
Just a minute now.
Did I accidentally hit request
We are all
alliance? I
caught
didn't
in
mean to
this
do that.
maelstrom.
Sorry,
A
I'm sorry.
competitor raised a
I didn't mean to do that.
settlement.
I don't want an alliance because alliances are going to cause a lot of issues. That's yeah, okay. So if a competitor raises a settlement here, which I'll go check out as well, that means that there's basically no islands on Mbessa that I can even consider taking. So I don't know. Let's just.
Steersman.
So there's going to be an issue when I have to settle in Bessa. Okay. The other one is Anne. How are you doing? She does not want trade rights quite yet.
Oh, and while we're
come
there,
on.
why not? Fine. We'll
All right,
top
got
up
her to
the-
60. Still 0 chance of trade rights. Man, it's so close too. Cause like, if I can just get her to trade rights, then everyone will be good except for Silva. Well, maybe I can offer another gift.
Fine. We'll top up the old sea chest.
Did that change anything? Near impossible, but not impossible. Maybe she'll ask for some money.
I've made better deals with
Okay.
seals.
She's annoyed about this negotiation topic. That's not good. Quest?
Not yet.
Okay.
Watch for the sign.
Come on, Anne. Really need that. Okay. Especially with Jean-La Fortune. Just want to see over here. Where is he? He is here, the bottom corner of the map. Now he actually sells.
We've had to
Ships.
fight to keep ourselves afloat.
Here's a pirate frigate. And they're actually quite fast. Look at that. 22 knots. And I think they do a bit more damage than a normal frigate. Like if I were to click this frigate here and check it out. 18 knots damage per second, 28. So the pirate
Are you
frigates
finally embracing a just?
are actually
Frigate first class.
quite good. Look at this thing. Oh, it's got the cool pirate flag on it. Look at all the cannons. This thing's ready to go. Kind of reminds you of like the Black Pearl and stuff like that. It's very cool. I like this island too. It sounds really neat. Yeah. He also sells some cool
That's when
things.
I know I'm home.
So we got the maps, which are for the sunken treasure. We have things like dynamite shells, which you can activate and hit other ships with it. This one's kind of cool. He's got a little former pirate that you can put on your ship for damage. I might actually just pick that up while I'm here.
Welcome. Everyone is welcome here.
Mortars are pretty good. Let's see, what is this? Harbor Master Office for morale. Looks like it's got a cooldown on it, but it's not a burn after use, so this is constantly usable. So this would be good for, like, you get attacked, throw this one on. Very nice. The other thing is that he actually sells gold, which is nice. So instead of mining gold, if we need it, we can sell it. He also
Liberty,
buys rum,
equality, and
or not
brotherhood.
rum and beer, all the alcohols. And so if we actually are making too much beer, this is also an option. Kind of similar to the soap road that I have already going. I can also just
Taken with a
buy
pinch
some
of
stuff
salt.
from him. So something to consider.
We all
And
need
the
a
big
place
thing
to
I
call
think is
home.
going to be for
Salut, ami.
sure the gold processing, right? Because I can just buy gold instead of having to, like, make it myself and jewelry and stuff like that. Might be nice. Let's take our pirate ship up to Isla. And what was I doing? The last thing I'm gonna do in this episode is just get some
Just say the
materials in our Mankey crab, which I should probably rename to something else that's cooler.
Steady her
I
course.
want to drop these off. Let's do that.
More than ready.
Kind of want to just get these guys out of the way. Alright, we have a ton of these as well. I need to figure out what we want to do. So, like, workforce need and maintenance costs down. This needs to go in our steel area. This needs to go in our steel area. Tailors, knitters, fur makers. Another steelworks. This one's productivity and maintenance go up and negative attractiveness. So maybe not you. And slaughterhouse. I think we already had one of those already in there. So I need to figure that out. But let's just for now. Hey, look, pocket watches. I am getting some stuff, which I think is just coming in from like quests and things. I'm not actually sure how I'm getting these items, but hey, I'm not complaining because they're useful later. Right now though, need a lot of this. Need a lot of this. This is what I'm missing. I also think I need steel. How much steel do I have? Construction material. Where are you at? I'm on it. 75. And what do we need for these? 12 and 8. So that's 24 plus another, 36. I guess it's already added in there. You see that? So 36, and what did I say? I have 60 something, 65. So 36 there. Another 36, another 28. So with the steel I have, I could get this up, for example. And then I also need it for the railroad tracks. So we do need a lot of steel as well. I mean, Excalibur's kind of quick, and you're not doing anything right now, right? Got the movement speed increase. Let's... Ooh, what do we call you? I got it. Escargot. Oh, you know what? I should do a space like the cargo. I think that's actually really good, especially if you're sending it to the New World. I like that a lot. All right, so let's send that to Isla, and you'll be right behind. You're gonna grab the steel. I guess weapons too. Why not? Right? I mean, it could just load up on like. Oh, I don't actually have that much steel. I've been using it too much. You know what we do? Let's go to Archibald and just fill the rest of it from Archibald here. Where are you at? Oh my gosh. There you are. Alright. Was oh, I saw the black dot and I
Ready
was
for
wondering
a
what it was.
challenge.
It's the fields of gold. I added another grain to there too because I think it was not getting that. Oh, here's a clipper too.
Don't tell me I've missed another appointment.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, here's one of those items. Provides with beer, schnapps, champagne, and rum. Like I saw this item when I was failing to deliver beer, and I missed it by like a minute. She is moving with an escort everywhere. All right.
I can finally let go that
Just
pent-up
load
gas.
that up there.
Bring
Send
it
you
first
on your
class.
way, and I think that'll about do it for this episode. Now I know we didn't do too much, so I think in between, what I'm gonna do is just kind of get things set up and like wait for the arrivals of all these vessels, have the plan ready, and then we'll start next episode ready to go with all of our stuff coming in, you know, and Executive Industries getting and moving into the steel and oil industries for our awesome steamships. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see, leave comments. Love hearing what you guys think. Any improvements I can make, etc. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.